Hello, my courageous, captivating Capricorns. Welcome, welcome. It is Sachi the Scorpio, and I'm here to deliver your guided healing tarot for the month of May. Please like, comment, and subscribe. The more energy that you send to me, the more energy that I can send to you. And thank you so much for being number one for May. Thank you all for all of your likes, Capricorn. I hope you enjoyed the Twin Flame bonus video. If you haven't seen that, check that out. Because you are number one, I'm also going to give you 11% off for the extended for this month. And I'm just going to do that as a policy for whoever comes in first going forward. So really appreciate it, Capricorn, especially because I know Capricorn being, who you are, money is something very important to you. So I do appreciate all of your support for this channel when you purchase the extended. So let's get started, shall we? We had the 8th house endings and beginnings coming out. So this was giving me really heavy Scorpio full moon vibes, right? We just had that full moon in the constellation Scorpio, April 26th to 27th, depending on where you are. And that was big, right? Scorpio is the planet of death and rebirth and rules the 8th house that rules, when things end and beginning, right? It's this process of renewal. It's this process of, rejuvenation and even, energetic recycling is what I'm getting. So it does look like something has come to an end in order for a new beginning to occur. And then we had solar eclipse revolution. So this is 44. So the thing is, the ending and new beginning that you're going through is something that is stable, but you have to be destabilized before you can restabilize, if that makes sense. So with the solar eclipse revolution, this is really revolutionizing your life. It's changing things up. We have the solar eclipse that is going to be coming up, so make sure you buckle your seatbelts for that one, Cap. It's going to be in the Gemini Sagittarius axis, so check your chart and see what is going on there so you can see where the eclipse are going to be hitting and how it's going to be influencing you personally. But we do have, revolutionary energy coming in. So, we also had the 9 of Wands come out in reverse. So the 9 of Wands in this deck indicates we have Mole Spirit, which is all about, believing that everything's going to be okay no matter what, right? And the 9 of Wands is keep pushing through the final thing. You've gone through so much, you're just one step away, right? And you need to trust that it's going to get there. Because it came out in reverse, it was telling me that you're having some pessimism about a situation of no, I can't believe that, things are going to work out for me. You're having difficulty believing in yourself or believing that everything's going to work out. We had the 2 of Wands come out, so someone could have left here, but 2 of Wands for me indicates a twin flame by themselves, so this might be part of your twin flame journey. By the way, this is a reading for Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. I don't know why I need to say that, but so yeah, this could be some part of the twin flame journey, but things are changing, right? We have Frog Spirit here, so there is this, emphasis of metamorphosis, and there could be some sort of travel going on, or either you left somewhere to go on a journey or someone else had to leave to go on a journey. And we have the 6 of Chalices, so this can be someone from your past. This is young love sort of thing. It could have been the first person that you were in love with, or could be sort of, I was feeling that there was a lot of inner child healing going on emotionally. But when it comes to love, it's definitely this kind of bird in a cage, right? And, there's something to be said about appreciating bird spirit, but keeping it in a cage so that you can experience its beauty all the time is actually, torture for the bird, if that makes sense. And so, yeah, there definitely is some inner child energy when it comes to the innocence, right? It's not like this little boy is trying to do anything mean to the bird, but it's because the emotional maturity hasn't reached a level to understand that the true way to love a bird is to set it free. Okay. So, Capricorn. All right. And then we had the 2 of Chalices with the she come out in reverse. So this was telling me, we have the 6 of Chalices, which is it can be true love. It can be, someone coming back around, someone who does love you, someone from the past. But with the Two of Chalices in reverse, it's like the emotional exchange is not equal here. Okay, the Two of Chalices for me is a soulmate relationship. And this is a soulmate relationship that has gone topsy-turvy. Okay, and we have the She coming out, which is traditionally Temperance, right? The 14 card. And so with Temperance in reverse, again, it's like, you know, typically Temperance is, you know, an angel or whatever that is balancing the two cups, right? One has scalding hot water and one has very cold water, and trying to find that middle ground. But it looks like that middle ground can't really be found. It's like you can't find the right alchemy in order to transmute this energy of the endings and beginnings, because that can be the polarities of the cups, right? One is an ending, one is a beginning, and you're trying to, right, take the ending energy and bring it over to the other side. But it looks like that's just a difficult thing at the moment, because again, there's not this equal exchange in motion, or of emotion. Okay, maybe emotion as well. And yeah, things just are not balanced in the emotional realm at all. Could be a lack of feminine input is what I'm hearing. Okay, and then we had dark energy come out, Capricorn. So this is telling me that you are in a little bit of a darker place right now. I'm very sorry to hear that, but it's okay, right? It's totally okay. And it's funny because my light actually went out during the cleansing ceremony. I was like, oh, okay, that was weird. And then like I turned it off and turned it back on and it worked fine. So I do feel like you're feeling like some sort of light has been taken away. It's definitely this solar eclipse energy, right? Where it's just black. But it is, you know, the lack of it is so that it can be regenerated into something new again. Okay. It has to do with this transmutative and alchemical energy that is within the 8th house. So some of you might actually be having a lot going on in the 8th house. Definitely check where the solar eclipses are happening, because if they're happening in your 8th house, well, then this reading is definitely for you. But anyway, so we have, you know, dark energy. So we do have some darker energy coming out for you, right? So you might be deep in your shadow work. And then we had Gallade using nerve shot. So this is a fighting type. So I do feel like it's like you've been fighting your shadows so much, and now like your nerves are shot. Like there's so much stress that has been building up in your nervous system, and that's the shadows that you seem to now be facing. Okay, wow, Capricorn, that was quite the energy to get into during cleansing. So this month, happy Taurus season, by the way, right? Taurus is fixed earth. So what we are going to do is take a look at where you are right now, what's going on, and then we're going to look at what is a long-term goal of yours, right? Because Taurus is all about, you know, slow and steady, long-term planning, physical stability, things like that. So we're going to look at your long-term goal, and then we'll see the path, how to get there. I'm not going to direct it too much. I know better than to direct a Taurus. But we shall see what is going on. Oh, I also want to mention, so my tarot books are closed through Taurus season. I might be opening them back up in Gemini season, but right now I'm working on astrology services, so we can take a look in your natal chart, see what's going on. You know, I can do aspects and go as deep as you want, or just do a Q&A. I also have, if you're interested in an astro forecast, I can show you where the solar system is right now, and you know what it's doing in your chart, and give you a 1 month astro forecast. If that interests you, please let me know. You can email me. The description box has all that information below. Also, I don't know if I mentioned that the code to redeem the 11% off will just be FIRST, F-I-R-S-T, all capital letters, and it'll just be that moving forward. All right, so let's see. For our dear Capricorns, let's see, where are you now? Where are you now? So my mouth just got really dry, and that reminded me of the reading that I did for you a while ago, Capricorn. So make sure you're getting enough water, okay? Coming out stuck, we have Neptune, sacrifice. Whew. Okay, so I mean, Neptune is the ruler of Pisces, which has to do with water and things. And if some of you are maybe drinking too much, non-water substances, that might be something that you want to cut out. But right now with Neptune coming out, sacrifice, it looks like you're sacrificing various things. It could be, you know, substances. It could be some sort of dream or illusion that is going on. It looks like you are ending a cycle with somebody else. I'm going to ask for one more actually from here. Tell me more about this Neptune. So Neptune is like the ruler of the unseen forces, right? It's, you know, other dimensions. It's, you know, the realm of the dead, the astral realm, any sort of illusion or delusion. So what is that sacrifice energy though? There's something else here. Okay. Gemini, I think, and North Node, life's purpose. So some of you may be thinking that you have to sacrifice your twin for your life's purpose. Okay. Interesting energy. So Gemini, I think. So with this Neptunian energy, again, you know, it's on the shadow side, it can be our addictions to mind-altering substances, because Neptune is, you know, like mind-altering substances, altered states of consciousness, and things like that. And it's like you feel like you have to kind of sacrifice the unseen realm for some reason. It's like, no, I can't have dreams. I can't have illusions. I can't have delusions. I only can focus on what I think my life purpose is. But again, it's like what I think my life purpose is. So it does look like you seem to be kind of stuck in your head of, you know, trying to think what your life's purpose is, right? And your North Node in your natal chart, your North Node, it says life's purpose. I always take it as your soul mission. It's like you don't have to follow that node, but if you do, you spiritually ascend and you're fulfilling your, you know, soul mission. But with Gemini, I'm getting the twins energy, and also, you know, for me, the Gemini is the mind and, you know, the right and left hemisphere of your brain, and trying to find balance of that. So it looks like you're like, okay, definitely ready to fulfill your life's purpose, very much in your mind about it, and thinking about what you have to get rid of. You know, what do you have to sacrifice in order to truly live your most fulfilling, you know, life. Let's see. Tell us more about that. Okay. It wanted to peek and then hide. 9 of Pentacles in reverse. So there's some sort of physical cycle that you haven't finished by yourself yet. This could be involving a sort of family energy. I am getting, you know, like it could have to do with like having children or something like that. Like the 9 of Pentacles in this deck for me is when, you know, like both the masculine and feminine are grounded in what they are doing on the day-to-day, that, you know, they're established in themselves, okay, rather than needing to rely on one another in some sort of way. You know, this is also balancing, you know, adulthood and inner child energy, but it looks like that's kind of not there. And again, I feel like it's like you have felt like, oh, I have to sacrifice, you know, this and this for my life purpose. And some of that might be, you know, sacrificing your inner child's needs is what I'm hearing. The Sun in reverse. Yeah. So yeah, it's a little bit on the darker side is what I'm feeling with the Sun in reverse. It's like you can't really see the bright side of this situation. It's like, you know what, I have to fulfill my, you know, my life's purpose, my North Node, my soul mission. You know, it's all I'm thinking about, and everything else must be sacrificed. I totally understand where you're coming from, Capricorn. I totally understand that. But it's not bringing you any light right now, right? It's blocking your ability to shine. You're not truly shining, right? The Sun indicates when you're enjoying life, right? The process of life and, you know, nature. And, you know, usually the Sun has children dancing in the sun. It has to do with the joy and the merriment and all that thing, you know, all that stuff. But this is more about, you know, the enjoying the fruits of your labor in a way, right? Like, look how established this cottage is. It's a nice home. It has a nice garden that it will, you know, consistently keep bearing fruit. It has its pastures. It has its wagon. So it's becoming, you know, happy about, you know, home life, work life, you know, the labor that you produce and the fruits that come from it. And it looks like you just really aren't doing that. And I feel like, you know, up to this point, it's been like, okay, I have to, you know, sacrifice my dreams and stuff to follow my life's purpose. But if I'm doing that, if I think I'm doing my life's purpose, then why is my inner child not happy? And I'm also not even happy with my physical reality. Let's see, what's the light energy? That wanted to come out like, it like smacked me, honestly. With the 9 of Pentacles, we have Bergamite, Stomp Off, and Duskull Revival. So there might have been someone who kind of smacked, like metaphorically, I want to say, and then they stomped off. Someone seems to have gone cold here. With Bergamite, this is definitely emotional energy. I'm feeling it's more of them who got cold and stomped off, but it could be you. Someone has definitely gone as cold as ice here, and they walked away. It says, it blocks opponent's attacks with ice that shields its body. It uses cold air to repair any cracks with new ice. So, you know, it talks about using cold air to replace these sorts of cracks. And I always take, you know, cold air is like cold communication. So again, it's like, you know, any attempt to, you know, communicate with this person, even if it's psychically, by the way, is, you know, it's cold. Like I'm hearing that they're trying to repair the cracks in their heart, and this might be you, but the way that it's done is by being cold towards it. Or that's the way you were taught to heal your heart, is just like, just be cold towards those emotions. You're not allowed to have the, you know, like Neptune is also the subtler realms of emotion, things that you don't really understand, right? Like we can understand the moon and how it affects our emotions, but Neptune's effects on the emotions are societal, right? They're collective feelings. And I feel like that's kind of how you and like your generation kind of were taught, is just like, okay, when you have a negative emotion, ice that out, like bring coldness to it so that, you know, you don't have to feel it. And I feel like it's causing some sort of blockage in your emotional body. I'm like getting a little bit of a headache, so it could even be giving you some headaches here. With Duskull using Revival, it is telling me that your third eye has been revived by this, though. You're able to see things psychically more clear now. Your third eye is getting more aligned. Ghosts, anytime Duskull comes out, it is a ghost type, so I do take it as, you know, ghosts of the past. So again, there could be someone who stomped off and went cold that they have come back round, or they came back round and then stomped off. We did have that 6 of Cups, which can indicate someone from the past. It says, it doggedly pursues its prey wherever it goes. However, the chase is abandoned at sunrise. Okay, so, you know, it doggedly pursues its prey wherever it goes. So I feel like either this is you who's been following someone. It's kind of like this tag, like the runner and the chaser kind of energy. Definitely can be twins situation here, Capricorn. And so there can be this chasing energy, but when the sun comes up, the chase is abandoned. And I feel like because when the sun comes up, the chase is abandoned, that's why you're not letting the sun in. It's like if you stay in the dark, then they're chasing you. Okay? That is in the light. So for some of you, there could be, you might be noticing that like you see them a lot in your sleep. So all you want to do is sleep instead of getting out of bed, because like when it's light time, they're not there. Let's see, what's the shadow? Ooh, okay, okay. Holographic trainer Pokemon breeder in reverse. So yeah, we have water energy and trainer Pokemon breeder, which is the hollow So trainer always indicates the other person. So again, I was feeling this person's energy pretty heavy in your story. But trainer Pokemon breeder, I always take as wanting to have children. And because it's in reverse, this person may have said that they didn't want to have children with you, or maybe you're feeling like that's something that you've sacrificed for your life purpose, is like being with someone who doesn't want to have children or something like that. It could be healing like mother-father issues, inner healing, but I honestly am feeling how it relates to a relationship where there could have been children or something like this. Yeah, I mean, it's the shadow work is like, okay, is my life purpose, like, does that mean I shouldn't have children with other people, sort of thing. We also have, water type. So again, this is a lot of, you know, focusing on the emotional body that is in the shadow here. So we do have your emotional body in the shadow and also the throat chakra. So it does look like a lot of communication is happening in the shadows. And it might be about this person. So, okay. Well, let's see what your long-term goal is here. What's your long-term goal? Woo. Going right to where you are now. First house, the body. So, you know, when it comes to, I think, some of you are wondering about immortality. Capricorn. I mean, yeah, it's valid, right? With where technology is going, that's totally possible of that. But, you know, with the body, it looks like some of you are trying to take care of your physical needs more, taking care of your health serious, which again, could be some sacrifices that you are going through. And, you know, honestly, it's like where your physical life is going. The first house is also of, you know, taking some sort of new risk, or, you know, doing the thing as opposed to not doing the thing. Like when you try something new for the first time, that's first house energy. So it could be that you're trying to have new experiences because we see that you are really discontent with kind of everything in the physical world right now. And that's why you're so stuck. It's like, well, if I've been following my soul mission and my life's purpose, why am I so miserable? Let's get one more here. Okay, I heard no. Okay. We'll put that over here. Why? Okay, that's why. So the first house of the body, right? The first house is also the sense of me. Me, you know, of you, right? Of your sense of self. Not like your ego or anything like that. That's Leo. But first house is like literally you and you alone and what you need to survive. You know, your food, water, and all that. And then we have water element sensing and second house owning. And what I heard is that you don't want to own up to your emotions. You kind of just want to focus on the physical here. So there is, you know, second house is ruled by Taurus. So again, like, you know, there are some pretty physical based blockages here, and some of them could be manifesting in your body, and maybe you're trying to focus on the body, but really it's the physical blockages in your emotional body that are really the issue here. And how you feel about things like money and what you own. Again, you know, there is this discontent with your physical day-to-day life, whether you're in a partnership, the children situation, you know, where you live, what you're doing for work, things like that. It's like you don't like any of it right now. And so, yeah, you know, what you want to get is to feel what it's like to love what you own. And part of that is also your body here. So let's see. Tell us more about this. King of Wands. Okay. All right. Well, some of you are... oh, Capricorn. Well, as you can see with what is happening with the King of Wands, look how he's holding his wands, right? There is this really playful energy. It's like you want to get old and still be healthy. So it does look like you're thinking in the long term. You know, you're taking your finances more seriously, but more so your emotional body and how it is affecting your actual physical body. I'm just going to put these up here like that. They feel a little bit secondary. But the first house being, you know, the house of Aries and things, I feel like you're trying to take care of your body in order for you to live a long, healthy life and also have increased stamina. You know, we have ferret spirit, so there is this fun and playful energy. So it's understanding and bringing that youthful and, you know, fun energy even when you are old. Okay, even like it has to do with the youth of your spirit. You're letting your body heal so that you can remain youthful on the inside. The King of Wands also has to do with developing your masculine energies, your divine masculine energies, when it comes to like your Kundalini force, when it comes to your, you know, your creative potential, your ability to create, as well as your lust and your passion. Some of you might actually want a fire sign, a Sagittarius, Aries, or Leo. Tell me more about this. The Seven of Athames. So yeah, it's like you want to grow old and you don't want any BS, basically. Like you don't want people to be lying. You don't want people to be sneaking around. It looks like you're ready for new experiences where it's outside of that. Because the Seven of Wands, right, we have skunk spirit. It's like something smells like S-H-I-T here, right? And the Seven of Swords traditionally is, you know, lying, backstabbing, you know, deceiving, things like that. So you want to get that out of your energy. And I'm hearing like you want to stop lying to yourself. All right, what's the light energy here? Trainer, devoured field. There is somebody here that feels like they have nothing left to give. It's like you don't want to keep going to places where, like, as you can see here, right, we have these fields that are just so glorious and fruitful and bountiful and things like that. And you, like, I'm hearing you want to take everything from someone. You want to own it. You want to own everything. Tell me more about that. Kangaskhan, Tiny Punch. So, not everything, but you do want to kind of get back at someone or hurt somebody a little bit who has maybe lied to you, or I'm hearing lied to your dad, because this is a mother spirit. So, either this indicates that, and again, it could be a mother figure, or it could be your mother wound, right? They hold the same type of energy where either you want to devour their field and take theirs. Again, there is this like, okay, I want to own this. I'm also hearing some of you want to own up to your emotions here. And again, some of you want to take something from someone. But the others of you, this trainer is that this person came along and devoured your field. It's like they took what you did. It's like you created something and they lied or backstabbed and took something from you. It wasn't like a huge, it's not like you're, you know, desolate or anything like that, but they did take something. Let's see. It says, if it is safe, the young gets out of the belly pouch to play. The adult keeps a close eye on the youngster. Yeah, so it's, what I'm getting is you want to feel safe to cut the umbilical cord for some of you and do this inner child healing. Like your inner child wants to come out and play and understand that it's safe. And the most important thing for the inner child to feel is that the body is safe, right? Which has to do with owning your emotions. And when you're owning your emotions and honest about them, then your body can process it. And even if you're feeling negatively, you can still tell your body like, hey, I'm not going through something traumatic, right? But first you have to go into your body and be like, okay, yeah, this was trauma, accept it and move on, right? And so the inner child has not felt safe to come out because it looks like everything just gets taken from it. Or it's like maybe a mother or mother figure, or even father or father figure has taught some sort of notion that's like, okay, if your field is not producing and making all this stuff, then like you're not worthy or something like that. You know, if it's not making these coins and if it's not something that you can own, then it doesn't matter. Again, it's like this sacrifice of your emotions that has happened here. And it's very much hurt your inner child, right? You had to abandon yourself. You had to lie to yourself and tell yourself some stank shit that, you know, you had to be serious and grow up and da-da-da-da-da. And now you're thinking like, well, since I was born old, basically, right, Capricorn, you are Father Time. It's like, since I was born old, when do I ever get the chance to have fun? When do I ever get the chance to play? And I feel like that's where you're trying to get is like, okay, I need my physical body to like play and have fun. And it really doesn't matter how old I am. I want to have fun. Let's see, what's the shadow energy? We have Goldruck using Hydro Splash. Yeah, and you want to have fun in your emotions. You want to have emotions. You want to have positive emotions. You know, again, we have a lot of water energy here. And it seems like where you were taught is just to kind of go cold towards these things. And all that stuff has been stuck in your emotional body. And you want to be able to splish splash around in your water. You know, you don't want to be negating and pushing away your emotional body and acting like it's not real because it's not making money or producing fruit or something. You know what I mean? Like, you would never tell a plant that it can't have water because water, you know, isn't giving it fruit or whatever. You know what I mean? Like, there's so many ingredients, and just like us, in order for us to blossom, we also need to take into consideration our water, right? Our emotional body, the cytosol of our cells. So yeah, it looks like you want to splish splash around as Golduck, which is, you know, duck spirit is very versatile and, you know, able to fly in the air, able to go in the water, able to swim, right? Able to walk on land. It's like you want to be able to navigate whatever, including your emotions. It says its forelegs are webbed, helping it to make an adept swimmer. It can be seen swimming elegantly in lakes, etc. So yeah, that's what you want to do. Like, you want to be able to have under your tool belt is like, all right, when these emotions come up and I feel them in my body, if I feel like someone's taking something from me, or if I feel like I want to take from someone else, like, I want to healthfully navigate those emotions, because it seems like what you're really understanding is that's something that you want to have in order, that's something that you need to have in order to have a very long and fulfilling life, and to keep your inner child happy and safe, is to honor your emotions and be able to be like, yeah, let me just, you know, swim elegantly and ride these waves that are coming in. Oh, Capricorn. All right, I'm getting to pull one of these. Let's see what is going to take us into the extended. Like I said, we're going to see how we go from here to here, Capricorn. What would like to take us into the extended? Remember, 11% off by using the promo code FIRST, F-I-R-S-T, all capital letters. So we have Dreamtime Creation in reverse, Cloud Shapeshifting in reverse, and Lake Stillness in reverse. So this is telling me that, you know, you haven't been creating things, you haven't been able to, but that's your goal, is to be a creator as the King of Wands, right? The King of Wands can make magic with whatever you want. So it looks like you want to be able to make your dreams come true, but again, you're stuck in that pessimistic attitude of like, I just can't, you know? And with the cloud shape-shifting, it's like, I can't shape-shift, I can't change, I can't do this, but the thing is like, we're all changing. It's not being shifty or not being true to yourself to ascend to a better version of yourself, right? And also, we can't always be following our North Node, right? Sometimes we need to follow our Chiron, which is our healing journey. Sometimes we need to follow our Ascendant, which helps our spiritual ascension, right? There are many different paths on the natal chart that you go on. And if you're always doing your life's purpose, that can, you know, it's all about the balance, right? There are other paths to be taken, especially when you're discontent. So it's not pretending that you're something else or anything, right? Life is never still. Life is never still. It's never going to be that way. And trying to force your emotional body to be still, that's not how it is, right? Lake, it's about swimming elegantly in the lake. If water is still, it becomes disease, right? That's not good when water is stagnant. So we don't want things to be still. And, you know, hoping that your emotional body is calm all the time, and that, you know, putting up these walls so that nothing can, or icing it out so that nothing can move your waters, makes your waters spoil, right? They get acidic. So, you know, life is not supposed to be still. Neither are our waters. So it's not being shifty or shape-shifting. It's, you know, purposely transforming yourself, because we have an ending here and you need to transmute that energy into a new beginning with purpose. Okay, you need to understand that you can change things to create any sort of thing that you want. You just need to remember to believe in your dreams, where it looks like you've sacrificed your dreams in some sort of way. Let's see what would like to take us to the extended. Going right to the Pokemon Breeder, we have bring love into the situation in reverse. The new moon in Aquarius. So some of you are dealing with a situation. It could be, again, like parents or children involved or something, where it's not a good idea to bring love into the situation, I'm getting, which is weird because we usually would want love in any situation. Tell me more about this. The end of a tough cycle approaches. Okay, so you could be going through an ending with someone who is no longer wanting to give love to you, or you no longer wanting to give love to them. And it could be someone who's like, okay, I'm not going to have kids with you, or something like that. But whoever this is here, it looks like love is not in that situation, and you are no longer being asked to pour into that either, because the end of a tough cycle approaches. Full moon in Capricorn. So this is the full moon that comes up in Cancer season, right? Which isn't too far off. We're in Taurus season, so it's 2 months away. And the end of this tough cycle really is approaching. Okay, it really is approaching. So yeah, I mean, that's what we just got, right? The end is nigh, and the rebirth is on its way. I'm getting a calling to do one more for you guys, Capricorn. Heart-to-heart conversation. Honestly discuss your feelings with each other. Okay, so yeah, it looks like a deep conversation is going to be had. Likely that's why you want to, you know, do this emotional healing and things like that. And I have a feeling that in the extended is going to be a heart-to-heart conversation as well, Capricorn. So I'm really looking forward to that. If you'd like to follow me there, the link is in the description box below, and I will see you there. If we part ways here, good luck with the situation. I am sending you so much love, a big hug, and a kiss on your third eye. Mwah.